So, what's going to be done about this mess here?
Yeah, so we don't have enough room to
the
put everything
contractors and developers are going to be instructed that they have to take better care of their
So, what is so then they're just going to have to take better care of the lots, and is that all the city's going to do about it? Like, is there a law that's been broken with this kind of mess? Like, you can see, like, look at all that was quite a bloody washout here, eh?
Yeah, it's a matter of interpretation, I guess, on some of the things.
Well, help me to interpret it, if you could. I'm Tim Suick, and I'm with Brant Eagle Project, and my concern is this stuff is running right out Daubeny Creek, whatever it may be, and that is runs actually right into what we deem as exceptional waters. You know what that classification is, right? Yeah. So how does the city feel about that?
Well, the city's not happy about it at all. We're looking at the operation of this stormwater management pond here.
This one right like down in here.
Exactly what the specifications are for it, and if it's performing the way it's supposed to, because the idea is that this is supposed to handle
the silt and everything else, right?
Yeah.
So then,
but I mean, the developers on the one hand, I'm not entirely the right guy to be talking to, but
is that gentleman then the right guy?
Well, he can tell you some, I can tell you some. One of this, if a company has sort of done due diligence, right? They've tried to maintain the silt. They've done as good a job as they can. They put the silt fences up, and they pile earth in the appropriate places, and they do all that, and they get hit by a big storm, and their system fails. Well,
but shouldn't there be a checkpoint in place for when those silt screens don't work?
Well, that's what this.
Okay, so then it seems like this has failed. Whose responsibility are these ponds then? The city's?
Well, that I'm not 100% sure of, because
who made these?
For the longest time, the developer had some responsibility for this. I couldn't tell you whose responsibility it is right now. I think they're looking into that too.
Well, this seems to be like a lot of people don't know what the hell they're doing, really, kind of deal, eh? It's like everybody's been caught with their drawers down on this one almost.
The problem is that it overlaps the responsibility. Like my department does sewer use bylaw, okay? So we control what goes into the sewer system.
Right.
We don't control what goes over the land or onto the roads or that sort of thing.
But wouldn't this be part of that system, though?
Yeah.
Okay, so then have you guys tested this silt or the water for what have you?
Well, contamination-wise, the only contaminant in here is silt.
Do you know that, though, for a fact? What about this, stuff coming off the machines and otherwise? I mean,
it's nothing that we can detect, and some of that stuff.
But have you tested, though? Have you tested this water?
Well, the ministry's been involved in testing.
When did they test this last? You know?
I don't know. No.
So then you can't be sure to tell me, though, that this is just silt.
We have no reason to believe that it's anything other than silt. If somebody has information to say that it's something other than silt, then we test it. But I mean...
But wouldn't you test it to be proactive, though?
God, you could spend...
I know, but this is going into Daubeny Creek. Well, this is a historic site. This is going into the exceptional waters.
We don't have any evidence of fish kill.
Okay, well, I mean... Who's been looking for evidence of fish kill?
Well, we've been doing that, and the Department of Fisheries and Oceans is informed whenever there's a
So are they informed over this?
Oh yeah, anything that goes to the Ministry of the Environment Spill Action Center.
What about Ministry of Natural Resources and that?
Fisheries and Oceans are the ones who
that oversee that. Okay.
Yeah. So the Grand River does have a silt loading, and in the spring. You can see the whole river is full of silt. When you have runoff, it's full of silt. It has the capability of assimilating that silt, right? It has...
But that's natural silt from natural occurrences, correct?
Right.
This development and the fact that you've eroded the soil, like you've taken off of your natural silt. Is this not what we would call like a silt screen naturally, correct?
Perfect, yeah.
So when you remove that, then is it not due diligence of these contractors and with the city's overseeing that that doesn't happen, that this shouldn't be happening, right? You can see there's numerous breaks in that stuff, and to me it looks like they've used silk cloth in some places, and then they've used that wind erosion cloth in others. So
yeah, well, you know, some of the I won't make this as an excuse, but our department responds to residents informing us of things that have gone wrong. Okay,
okay.
So we respond to, like, somebody notices there's oil dripping into a catch basin, or they think an industry is polluting or something like that. We respond to people's calls.
Okay.
We haven't had any calls about this area. The public has not.
So
been
you're
calling.
telling me that this lady over here on 2, whatever the heck that is, didn't call the city then? Because she's saying that she has, and she's made numerous complaints, and she's got facsimiles, emails, etc. about this. So,
well,
I'm not grilling you because I know you're just, you're a front guy on this, right?
This doesn't date back a long way back. Like that corner lot there, we've been involved in that, and we've been after the contractor to do to fix up the site.
So then, hold on, let's stop you right there. You said you've been after the contractor to fix up the site.
Yep.
On what matters?
On silt control.
So this has been a problem then at this site, silt control.
We cleaned
so
that
what does
all
the
out
city
on
do
Friday.
then when you say you have to be after them? So then you visited this site numerous times for silt control then,
We've
correct?
been in this area.
I know, but
dozens
we're
of
just
times.
talking about that. Is that correct then? They've been told numerous times about silt control then. Is that fair to say?
They've been informed officially at least a couple of times.
Okay, so now this is still occurring, right?
Yep.
So what remediation or what is the city going to do to not have this happen again? Because you got to, I mean, I understand silt is a natural phenomenon. Maybe not a phenomenon, but it's a natural occurrence. But you got to know that this has got to damage that trout creek. I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's what Daubeny Creek was at one time. It was a very well-known trout creek. Now, you got to know that this, for all intents and purposes, shit flowing down it and covering that creek with silt due to development is not beneficial to those trout or any wildlife in that creek bed, correct?
No, it's terrible.
Well, then you understand why I'd be upset. I mean, I'm really peeved off about this, and so are a lot of other people, and I'm just asking for answers and what's been going on. And
in my department, we've got
so that's pollution control, right?
Pollution control. We've got steps. We got it all set up on like a matter of procedure. So someone says that they've got a complaint about somebody doing something, we go in and check it out. We try to get a hold of whoever's in charge, and we give them a verbal warning.
Right.
You guys got to clean this up because this is no good. Verbal warning. Great.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't do a good job cleaning it up. Written warning.
Right. And that's been happening here then.
Yeah.
There's been verbal, written.
Yeah.
And now what?
And then there's another stage where you give them a notice of violation. Say you violated the sewer use bylaw.
Have they been given a notice of violation?
Haven't been given a notice of violation.
Do you know why?
Well, because
Could I have a minute with you, sir, before you take off? Because I'm concerned at what's going on here, and this gentleman's been decent enough to help me with his department, right? And yours is Public Works, correct? So maybe you could tell me how Public Works fits into this, because this is pollution control and sewers and effluent going into the city or into the water.
I look after the sewers,
So Public Works and pollution control, or they're the same thing? Or?
We do the use of the sewer, and Randy takes care of the way it works.
The roads, repairs manholes, catch basins.